That's right. It's Cinco de Mayo. I got to get a drink. So while we're waiting on people to join us, oh my gosh, I almost like totally lost my I almost lost my tequila in the ice bucket.
Oh, how do you have it? Is it in the bottle or do you have it in a smaller container?
I've already got it in the shot glass. It's chilling.
Oh.
It's chilling in the shot glass. So
nice.
Yeah. All right. So I think people will probably. I think 4 o'clock is too early for a lot of people. So I don't know. Right. Not for us.
Not for us. I've been planning all day for this.
I know. I've been waiting all day for this. It's like, come on, time to join the happy hour, folks. I got my. Well, cheers to you, Carrie. Cheers on Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco. I can already tell my margarita is going to be way too small for this show.
Oh, don't you have stuff to jump on and make another one?
No.
What?
No, I had to. Well, I wanted to go to the chef's table and grab a margarita and tacos there, but they don't open until 4, and I would have never made it back in time. So I used the tequila that I bought to taste.
You have what you have.
Strawberries from my garden, a little pineapple juice, and a little orange juice. And here we are.
All right, so I have it on Facebook just in case anyone's joining us there. I mean, I can see it. Looks like there's a couple of early birds out there trying to join us.
Hi, early birds.
So if you're out there, say hi, because we don't know who you are. You're just kind of lurking and watching, and we'd rather drink with you. That's kind of why we do this. We want to make sure that we are drinking with you, and hanging out.
Yeah. So you know what? I'll share us on Facebook right now as well.
Good point. I'm going to do the same, and we're going to ask if you are out there joining us. Hey, Marcy. All right, Marcy's here. Now the party started.
Hi,
Patricia's here. Cool.
Okay, Kilt&Cork. I have to think
on our Cinco de Mayo happy hour. We're starting early tonight, just for you guys out there. Just because we know that you're anxious to drink with us and hang out. So, all right. So if you're out there, share it.
Figure it all out here.
Yeah, you'll get it. It'll be all good.
I can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
There's Marcy. Hey, Marcy. And Patricia.
Okay.
There's my other Cowboys fan out there. She's out there. Kelly saying hi.
Hello.
Great. Hello.
Cinco de Mayo happy hour.
Cinco de Mayo. Yeah.
Happy hour.
We are trying to.
Now. Okay. I got it.
So we're starting early. We usually do this at 5 o'clock, but we decided to start at 4:30 since it's Cinco de Mayo. We might as well drink another half hour with you guys. If we go that long. If we don't go that long, that's okay too. But we just wanted to.
I have a lot of tequila. We might not make it that long.
So you're gonna be drinking tequila all show, just like me, more or less.
Well, I have my margarita,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't make cocktails. So when I looked up the recipe for margaritas, it said the classic margarita, the original margarita, is 1 ounce of Cointreau, 1 ounce of black, 2 ounces of tequila.
Right.
Well, I was using a shot glass, and I forgot a shot glass is bigger than an ounce. So I probably doubled the alcohol in my.
Good for you.
And I didn't have really juice. I had strawberries from my garden. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's not the strongest margarita I've ever had.
That's okay. Good. Strong margaritas are good. So.
The problem will be those 3 shots sitting over there.
Well, we've. Marcy says she's been looking at 70 Step because she loves the theme. Yeah. What? Oh, the gelatin they use.
The gelatin.
Gotcha.
Happy Cinco, Darren.
I got a beer box because I'm drinking a Corona. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. It's kind of it's amazing, right? All those memes out there about Cinco de Mayo falling on Taco Tuesday. Are you having tacos tonight?
We had tacos for lunch. That was also part of my plan, to go to a restaurant, get tacos and a margarita, and bring it back. But all the restaurants around me that I wanted to go to don't start serving until 4. So
okay.
For lunch, I'm having like a shrimp avocado salad for dinner. I did make salsa today. I will make guacamole later.
You kind of froze on it there for a second. That's okay though. It's all good. Yeah. I've been cooking well. Actually, if you consider that I put the beef in the crock pot this morning, we're gonna have shredded beef tacos for dinner. And I've been cooking all day, although I haven't. I just the last 2 hours before the show, I'm in there making the salsa and chopping onions, getting the rice all ready to go, and then of course the shredded beef. It's a roast, so when I take it out of the pot that's been cooking all day, you shred it, and then now it's simmering on the stove. So. Yeah,
Nick made carnitas yesterday.
Ooh, nice. Carnitas are always a good call.
Yeah.
It's always a good call. And it looks like Darren said Val's there too. That's cool. So
yeah,
they're watching.
It feels like a bigger holiday than normal. You got Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo.
You sure do. You do. So that's a big deal. So I don't know. I had my playlist on in the background. I think I'm going to put it back on. If it's too loud, just tell me. I don't really need to have Facebook on here as well. We used to do that when we really couldn't see the feed, but now we can see the feed, so it's all good. It's all. I
like that playlist. If anybody missed it, Russ posted a Cinco de Mayo playlist on Facebook. Did you post it in the Good Buzz Tavern?
Yeah, Good Buzz Tavern. Yeah. Yeah.
So check it out. You can listen.
I did. I posted it there. It's
happy hour.
Yeah, so Carrie and I both like Osmotley, which is cool. And you turned me on to a really cool band. Yeah. So are they really from the Bronx? I don't know much about them.
I guess. I don't know. They were a punk band. And so Nick knew them as a punk band. They were just called the Bronx.
Okay.
And then they decided to change their music format and go mariachi style.
Yeah.
Their music's really cool. The other one I was thinking of is Metalachi.
Yeah, Metalachi. That would be awesome. That's a great. That's a great.
Little AC mariachi style.
Yeah, totally. That's a great idea. But the band that you turned me on to today, though, basically they feel like it for it. I don't think they're as much punk as they are just kind of.
No.
Almost alt. They're almost like an alt band, but they only use mariachi instruments.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, mariachi influence for sure, but.
Oh yeah, it's heavy mariachi influence, but they sing in English, and the songs are they're more like a alt vibe feel to them, which is kind of cool. But so totally turned on. Love it.
You got a little happy birthday shout out there.
Oh, nice.
Birthday,
I know. I did.
How was your birthday?
That was Saturday. Hey, Darren, thanks. Cheers. How was it
in captivity?
It was as best as can be. It was not bad. I mean, I just did stuff I liked. I cooked all day. I made ribs on the Traeger that took 6 hours. Slow smoked them, and then I hung out a little bit, went in the hot tub, played cornhole with the boys, and Lauren played a little bit.
You're fancy in the cornhole set.
Mm-hmm. That's right. My other Dallas Cowboy fans out there. Hey, if you're watching us, tell us what you're drinking. I know some of you have already chimed in with what you're drinking, but I think it's almost time to have a shot of tequila. I think.
Okay, I think
it's close.
To sip each of my choices here. I am only going to do a shot of one of these because
you don't want to do shots of all of them.
This show, it will be bad news for me. But I got 2 shots as takeout from House of Oliver. So I've got Fortaleza Reposado, which is usually what I like.
Nice.
I eat Reposado, and I got a mezcal, and I'm pretty certain I don't like mezcal, but I will confirm that in a moment. And then I bought an añejo tequila as a sipping tequila, which actually that's what I put in my margarita. So I do know that I like that one.
I've got a nice añejo as well. For my shot, though, that I'm going to have with you, I'm just going to do the cheap salsa. Because salsa's not I mean, you can make a margarita of it, but it's not a sipping tequila at all, in my opinion. Not there's anything wrong with salsa, but it's just, it's a mixing tequila or shooting tequila.
It doesn't have to be special. Okay, I'm gonna taste the one I think I'm gonna like least first.
Okay, and exactly. This is my least favorite first, but I'm gonna do it the American style with a lime, just because it's probably gonna be that bad. They say you shoot bad tequila and you sip good tequila. That's kind of the way it works in the tequila world.
Wouldn't you just shoot and drink both good tequila?
Yeah. And for the bad the I didn't want to say bad tequila, but the lower grade tequilas, that's where the salt and the lime come in. I don't really need salt because I think my arm's probably salty enough. But
so do you know that is a trick in food and wine pairing? That using salt and sour, you can make wine and food go better together. So it's to take the harshness off, and that's why you would do it with tequila
takes the harshness off the tequila.
The bitterness. Okay, so
you guys are out there. We've got Darren drinking a Modelo. That's good. All right.
Nice.
Cheers, Carrie. And everyone else out there, you guys are joining us. This is our first shot of the show.
Okay, I'm not shooting this. I'm tasting this.
Okay, I'll just shoot mine.
It's the mezcal.
So that one wasn't too bad. I mean, I like tequila anyway, so that was a salsa blanco. My Cazul, though, this is one of my favorites. Cazul.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. I probably won't get into this one tonight, just because.
You say that now.
I know. I got another one. Have you had Tres Agaves?
No.
Agaves. It's organic vodka.
There used to be a restaurant called Tres Agaves.
There's a what?
There used to be a restaurant called Tres Agaves.
Oh, there might have been. I'm sure there probably is somewhere in some part of the world.
With a particular restaurant, but maybe not. Oh, Daisy.
Yeah, so the Tres Agaves is a good one. I got to catch up on see who's texting us and commenting.
My mom is here.
Your mom is here. Kathy says Happy Cinco de Mayo. Hi, Mom. Hi, Carrie's mom.
My dog is here. And apparently she's a fan of mezcal.
She likes mezcal. So remember last time we were talking, I think it was the last show, we were talking about drinks that you've had too much of that you can't have again, that you can't drink just because you've overdone it with those drinks. Right. Mezcal is one of those for me. I can drink it now. But when I first went in the Air Force, this is back in the 80s, and I was stationed at Georgia Air Force Base, High Desert, California. Yeah, my friend, he was from New Jersey. His name is Scott McDowski. So if you're out there, Scott, or if you know Scott McDowski, tell him to contact me because we were good drinking buddies. But somehow we kept getting a hold of these bottles of mezcal con gusano. See, that's the one with the worm, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mezcal con gusano. And we would just, I don't know what was wrong with us. I think it's maybe we were just young and stupid, but we would just drink that whole damn bottle together. And it was horrible. So we did that a few times. Maybe I should say we did that for a few months. I don't know how long it was, but it got to a point where I couldn't even smell. The smell of any tequila or mezcal or anything. I couldn't get near it. Now I can. It takes a while.
Tequila, I've never been sick on tequila because I could never drink enough tequila because I don't really like tequila. But actually, the reposado that I got, the Fortaleza, Rachel, my business partner for City Wine Week, she turned me on to the Fortaleza. I think I was pouring it as a shot, and it wasn't terrible. I didn't gag, so that was my
that's good.
Signal that maybe I could handle a couple of tequilas. And actually, I just saw a message from Darren, and I think he said that with any luck at all, Sutter Street Steakhouse will have some form of in-house dining later this
year. He just said.
So
and then and Lisa's saying that Carl's making her margarita with Herradura reposado. That's a good one.
Nice.
So I guess there was a Tres Agave in Roseville. That's where it was. Okay. So it's now Zocalo. And now there's a Zocalo in Folsom too, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's one downtown. There's two. One off of Howe, one in Midtown, one Folsom.
Yeah, I've only been to the one in Midtown, so that's too funny. Oh my God! So Annalise was stationed there too at Georgia Air Force Base. So that's curious. I wonder if maybe we crossed paths there. I was there for about a year and a half, and then I went. Then I moved to Germany. But that's crazy, huh? Well, cheers, Annalise. Another Air Force that was at Georgia Air Force Base.
Where's Georgia Air Force Base?
Do you know where Victorville is, or Barstow, or any of those?
Oh, yeah.
It's not. It's not near Barstow as much as it is. It's kind of by Victorville is the town that's near it. It's high desert. It's closed. It's been closed for years and years and years now. But it was tactical air wing, so there was fighter jets there. That's when I went into the Air Force. That's my first assignment was there. So, and that's where the tequila was, and the
got it.
From Gusano.
So Annalise and Carl were also in Germany.
Huh. Wow, that's interesting. I was at Ramstein in Germany, Annalise. You guys will have to tell me where you guys are from. Yeah, Kelly, there are too many great tequila stories from our youth. So I don't know.
What was the drink of the drink of my youth? Like my first drinks was the wild berry wine cooler from Bartles and James.
Oh, I remember those.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember? Okay, so Bartles and James. This might have been even before that though. But do you remember cactus juice? Or it was like it came in a bottle. It was like, I don't know, orange flavored, pineapple flavored. But it was a
cactus cooler.
Cactus cooler.
Yeah.
Or was it California coolers?
No, it's cactus cooler. That was just a soda. That didn't have alcohol in it. Cactus.
Oh cooler. No, then it wasn't cactus cooler. Okay, so this is really weird. So they were there 82 through 90. So I was at George Air Force Base 82 to 84, and then I went to and the F4s were there at George. That's the Wild Weasels. They were my favorite. So they went to Spangolum, I went to Ramstein. So by the time I got to Ramstein, we had F-16s, talking airplane stuff. But if you like airplanes, it was cool.
I'll just be over here drinking, no problem.
Yeah, no, that's pretty funny. What a small world. Yeah. I don't know. I think it was called a California cooler, and it was a lot like a cactus cooler. It tasted a lot like it, but it was alcohol, and it was in a Bartles and James type bottle, screw off top. Another way too much I drank while I was stationed at George Air Force Base. It's the desert. There wasn't much to do there in the desert.
Yeah, it's like being in quarantine.
Kinda. But I don't know. Do you think they're gonna be easing it up here pretty soon?
Well, there's going to be some easing. The governor said, well, we're headed to phase 2 starting Friday. They're going to do a press conference on Thursday with more specifics. And I know that some smaller communities like Yuba and Sutter County, they have started to open. So I think it's, each local region will get to determine the parameters that the state sets. So
right.
It still doesn't feel anywhere near normal.
I think we're still going to be doing virtual bars because I don't think any bars are opening up anytime soon.
No, I don't think so either. We're definitely not doing it. Oh, you know what I did see? There was somebody posted on Facebook. There were 2 things that got posted on Facebook that were kind of similar. One was about concerts.
Okay.
Somewhere, and I wish I would have read the whole article, but I'm only going to give you a little bit of information and leave you hanging. But
you are
doing concerts where people, it's set up like a drive-in movie. So you drive your car in and you watch the show that way. And then there are some restaurants. It looked like it was mostly in the Midwest and East Coast, where if a restaurant had a big enough parking lot, they would do like a movie on the side of their building or buy one or get one of those big blow up theater screens, and people could pay a ticket price to get a parking spot, and you would watch a movie, and then you would get like some kind of boxed treat or something from the restaurant. One restaurant said it actually helped them. They'll be able to survive because they came up with this way to generate revenue.
Yeah, there's a church here in El Dorado Hills, District Church. If you go to that church and you're watching, cheers to you guys. but they've been doing services like drive-in car, pull your cars in. All the cars are lined up.
Yeah.
I think they broadcasted through a radio, like a local, local, just, there's those broadcast things that you can just broadcast on your. But yeah, I think that could work. I mean, if we're stuck in this situation, that could work. I might have to look at that for.
I don't know about concerts in your car though.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of hard.
Drinking, concerts. I don't know if I do a whole like a 3-hour concert.
Maybe. So Marcy said she sent me a picture of a California cooler. Okay. I'm not sure where she sent it, but I'll have to look for that. Probably my email.
Okay.
That's kind of what they were. But yeah, I don't think a regular concert would be quite as fun in a car. I could maybe if you were in the back of trucks, and everyone was.
How would the mosh pit work?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would
like
work.
Demolition Derby.
Yeah, that'd be a challenge. So we'll just have to hope that eventually we'll get to see some concerts and stuff again. But
we're getting to watch them on TV. They had Garth Brooks at the Grand Ole Opry last Monday, I think, and you can go back and watch an hour-long show with it's just him and Trisha Yearwood at the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was quite cool. I wasn't really paying attention to music this week. Does anybody know of any other cool music that's happening live this week?
Yeah, tell us what's happening this week. I haven't either. I've been
looking forward to Cinco de Mayo. We didn't plan anything past that.
Yeah. Oh, well, Friday, actually, we have a guest that wants to come on. The chef and the owner up at Wally's Pizza Kitchen here in Cameron Park.
Cool.
They want to come on and make some cocktails.
Nice.
So Dan Dreher out there, if we can, and Orlando, we'll have them come on and maybe show us how to make a couple of cocktails.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'll be recovered from tequila by then.
Bring back car hops. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that would work,
Our car hops, the roller skaters.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm going to go back to my bar because the Corona, the beer is just not satisfying me. So I don't know what I think I might just make a classic, the Tres Agaves margarita. So this margarita mix is like my favorite in the world. I don't know if you've had that.
Well, Annalise said that Tres Agaves was the restaurant in Roosevelt, and I think that was one of the few margaritas that I actually would look forward to.
I mean, it's not a big deal that it's organic. I mean, that's cool and all, but it's just basically 3 ingredients. It's lime, agave syrup, and what else? I think that's about it. Let's see. Water, something. Yeah, filtered water, agave nectar, and lime concentrate. So that's all that's in it. And it makes a killer margarita. So do you put salt on your rim?
No.
I don't either. I'm not a salted rim person.
Well, I was looking up stuff about like fun facts about margaritas, and the one article that I read said you have to have it. It's necessary. It takes like I said, it's supposed to smooth out all the rough spots, but I feel like if you're drinking decent tequila, you don't need it.
I agree with you. If you have good tequila and good mixers, you don't need the salt. That's So
I think I've grown up. I'm past the terrible tequila.
Yeah, we don't really need that. I'm probably not gonna measure. I'm just gonna pour.
Let's wing it.
Because I think I've done it enough. I kind of know my own measurements and my own glasses, so I kind of know where to stop, and that's a good amount. That's probably not even like a whole ounce and a half. It's probably closer to an ounce because of the ice.
Okay.
Yeah, I filled it pretty good with ice. I don't know about you, but it's nice out right now.
Oh, it's really nice.
Really pleasant. So.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wing it.
Okay. So you just do the tequila and the mixer, and that's it?
I just do the tequila, and then it's supposed to be like 2 to 3, and that's about what I like. I don't want it too sweet, not too much, but I also want it to taste like a margarita. So there's my margarita. And the problem with these, I don't know if it's the combination. Oh my gosh, yeah, I could probably, if we're going to be here another hour, I easily would go through maybe another 3 of these, and then it would be really uncensored.
Hilarious. You know where really drink a lot of margaritas in Mexico.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's always the best place. Yeah. But I'll tell you, so the shirt I'm wearing is from Ponce's. It's a Mexican restaurant in San Diego. And they're kind of well known down there. They actually have 2 locations, one in North County, one in San Diego. And you can see they've wrong side, been around for 50 years. But their margaritas, Carrie, I swear, they limit you. You can only have 2. And there's a reason why you can only have 2.
Are they really big and really strong? Or
yeah, they're in pint glasses.
Oh my god!
But yeah, I mean they're high octane margaritas. But there's so many to choose from that it's like you want to keep having them, right? You don't want to just have 2 because that's only 2 different choices. But you have to limit yourself because you're not getting out of there walking if you have more than that.
Even if you have an Uber, they still limit you?
I think, well, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. My daughter used to work there. I don't know if she's watching. But they, I think if you have an Uber, they might give you another one. But I don't know. I think they just have a policy, no more than 2. They're pretty strong. But yeah, I think, Marcy, when it's that whole, the location has a lot to do with your drinks, right? I mean, Carrie, you've been somewhere, people who travel and have been somewhere and they've had a great bottle of wine, like, oh, I got to bring this wine back. And they bring it back.
It's not that good. Well, yeah, because you're just, the atmosphere and the environment, your mood totally changes it. And I was going to say in Mexico, well, in Cabo, when we went for New Year's this year, I felt like I could have been drinking margaritas all day and never felt it. But luckily, I didn't drink so many that I kept drinking them. But they were so delicious.
Yeah, margaritas. It's hard to say what's my favorite drink. I mean, what's your favorite mixed drink? Did we go through that?
I would say French 75, probably.
Okay. French 75.
With gin. With sparkling wine, lemon juice, and a little sugar.
Okay. That sounds good. I don't think I've had that. Yeah, I've got, if they're around me, I'd show you. I've got some off to my side. We've got one of those bottle brush bushes. Here, I don't know if you can see. I'll move the camera. This time it's easier. But there's that.
Well, I've got one like 4 feet from me right now, feeding on a fuchsia.
Oh, that's cool.
Hi, buddy. Want a margarita?
Sure. That was my backyard tour.
Oh my goodness, he's like staring right at me. I should get my camera, but I'm so. Hold on, everybody. I gotta see if I can take his picture.
Okay, so Carrie's talking to her hummingbird friend, and if you're out there and you're just joining us, welcome to Cinco de Mayo happy hour. We're not sure how long this one's going to go. We did start a little early, but maybe we won't be able to go past 5:30 because of all the.
Sorry, I went all squirrel on everybody.
No, it's okay. But we'd love to hear what you're doing, where you're at. We got everyone's pretty much told us what they're drinking and what they're going to be having, or most people have had tacos of some sort.
Yeah.
But if you have tacos for lunch,
Taco Tuesday. What did you say?
If you have tacos for lunch, what are you having for dinner?
Oh, I have a girlfriend coming over, and we're socially distancing our dinner, but we're doing like shrimp avocado salad.
Oh, that sounds good.
And rosé.
That still sounds kind of in the, Mexican food style. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a Baja dish.
Yeah, it's got avocado and shrimp and stuff. It counts. Okay, I'm gonna try.
Is that the mezcal?
No, the first one was the mezcal. This is the cutest little shot glass ever. Look at it. It's got
That's very cool.
Okay.
It's a puffin.
Beleza reposado.
Okay. How's that?
Oh, that's pretty good. Aside from the. Oh no, that's really good. So reposado, that is aged what, 6 months or something?
Yes. I think it's 3 to 6 months, and then añejo can be a year.
2 years or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe it's 6 months to a year, and then añejo is a year and over.
Okay.
And then there's the super añejos, which are
over 3 years.
I think so. Yeah.
Actually, I looked it up. Hold on.
They're
Yes.
To me, that's like drinking a really nice whiskey.
Yeah. Because you're getting more of like that caramel and vanilla.
Yeah.
Stuff.
They stay in that.
Free.
Yep. So it looks like your mom's having tamales and poblano enchiladas.
Ooh.
That sounds good.
Yummy.
Very good.
Ooh.
That's good. Yeah. So if you're listening to the playlist out there while you're eating your food tonight, it's not all Mexican music. It's a lot of Latin culture. I figured this isn't a real Mexican holiday, huh?
Latin influence.
Latin influence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Cinco de Mayo is more of an American holiday than it is a Mexican holiday. It's not even a Mexican holiday.
Right. Well, it happened on the day. It's just not that huge.
It was a battle. They won a battle, and it's like, okay, big deal. But somehow, I'm convinced it was a restaurateur because they're savvy. A bar owner.
Well, good on them. I like the holiday.
A bar owner somewhere said, you know what? It's spring. Nothing's happening. St. Patty's Day was a month and a half ago. No one was drinking at Easter.
We have spring break in April, though. So you go St. Patrick's Day, spring break, Cinco de Mayo. And then you get a double this month because then you get Memorial Day.
True. Yeah.
And what do you have? Graduation? In July?
Well, yeah, July. You've got 4th of July. You know, you've got your standard holidays that go through the summer. But yeah, I mean,
so there's no reason you don't have to have an excuse.
Why else would Cinco de Mayo? Somebody somewhere just said, okay, that's a good idea. Let's drink, and now it's the second biggest drinking holiday behind St. Patty's Day.
Let's drink.
Maybe it's. I think it's regional too.
I'm just
Oh, me too. Me too. It's all good. It is all good. It's all good in the neighborhood to be doing some Mexican food and some margaritas and all that kind of good stuff. But same with St. Patty's Day. I mean, I guess, but that's bigger in Ireland than it is than say Cinco de Mayo in Mexico.
Right. Yeah.
But that's also a religious holiday.
Yeah. What is it that St. Patrick? Did he scare all the snakes out of Ireland? That's why there's no snakes.
Right.
Is that a thing? Is that right?
I think it is. We need him for
Flag Day.
You should know that.
Flag Day. Is that a drinking holiday, Val? I'm not sure.
It will be. If Flag Day is going on during quarantine, it's going to be a drinking holiday. You and I will make sure of that. It's definitely going to be something that people celebrate.
Maybe we should come up with those little cocktail toothpicks and have a variety of flags. We can sell a Flag Day cocktail.
Yeah.
Decoration set.
I agree. Yeah. Flag Day. Yeah. Well, who needs? I mean, every day really is a holiday. At least it has been for the last 2 months.
And when is Flag Day? Is that in the fall?
You know what? Anyone that knows, tell us when Flag Day is. I don't know.
When is Flag Day? We need to start planning.
I don't know when Flag Day is. It's not one of those holidays that I'm aware of. So Carrie, some good news. Do you have some good news?
Yeah, I do have some good news. Hold on. Let me put my drink up.
While you're getting your good news out, did you see that it was a little short video on Facebook, it's probably all over, but of the two neighbors somewhere in the Midwest whose fence falls flat like a table. So they have the fence between their property, like behind you, like your fence, just like your fence.
Right.
And a section of it tilts down, so it's then flat between the two houses, between the two yards.
Yeah.
And there's legs that fold down, and then they put their placemats and their tables, and they bring their cocktails to each other, and they socially distance and have dinner with each other.
That's so cute.
It is the coolest thing. Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. Oh, that's so fun.
You like your neighbors that much?
I like this.
Okay, then you do that.
She's kind of like the mayor of Antelope. She knows. You ever have a question? She's like the Wizard of Oz. She's all knowing. You just go to her.
No kidding. Oh, that's good to have someone like that.
Yeah, and she watches our house when we're away, and yeah, she's great. So,
what's a Beagle binder? Am I missing something?
What's that? Oh, those are fugal binders? I don't know.
I'm not quite sure.
Oh, maybe the little flag on a stick.
Oh,
thing.
flag on a stick is called a fugal binder, huh?
Oh, that's coming up in a month.
Okay, so June 14th, folks. That's Flag Day. It's our new drinking holiday. It's a new drinking holiday.
Flag Day cocktail.
We should. Something red, white, and blue. That'd be cool. If you're a mixologist, you can make it look like that.
I'm not, but.
All right.
Let's see. Okay, so what's good news?
Good news.
Oh, well, if you watched Some Good News with John Krasinski, this week he did a graduation ceremony for all of the, all the college and high school students who aren't going to get to actually walk for graduation. So, he had kids give speeches. He had special guest stars on like Oprah and Steven Spielberg and Jon Stewart. They could ask any question that they wanted to about the future, and the three of them would answer the question. It was cute. Everybody got dressed up, and they would, go out in front of their house and take their graduation pictures. And they would walk and, shake hands with the cat and the dog, and because they can't actually shake hands with the people they normally would. But it was really cute. And last week, he did, he had asked for recipes, and they did a potluck, the Good News potluck. And so asked famous chefs they would pick like 3 or 4 recipes, and they had Guy Fieri and David Chang and one other well-known chef that I cannot remember who it was, but they recreated recipes, and it's cute. If you haven't seen Some Good News, you should watch it. It's good. 15 to 30 minutes of just feel good stuff. All right, let's see here. Oh, this was super cute. So there was a grandfather in Massachusetts, and his family was experiencing extreme cabin fever, and they lived down the road a bit.
Okay.
A phone call with directions for everyone to go out on their deck. And the 3 boys, all under 5 years old, were super excited. The oldest one, Oren, ran out and anxiously waited. In came Rose from Grandpa, carrying a box of Munchkin Dunkin' Donut holes delivered right into Oren's arms.
Wow.
So, special delivery from Grandpa. Oh, and then the other one that was so cute. There was a little boy named Caleb who was like turning 8 years old. It was his birthday. And he's a huge Jeep fan. He showed up on the camera with the Jeep logo thing. And his mom put out a call on, I guess on Twitter maybe, if anybody would like to help with a drive-by to help.
Oh, cool.
His birthday. 310 Jeeps showed up for a parade for this little 8-year-old boy.
Wow.
The coolest. All Jeeps. Yeah.
That's very
cool. So he was excited. The whole town was excited. Let's see what else do we got.
That kind of stuff. That's the best. Those kind of things, when people get together and do that kind of stuff, that is just so cool. It makes you believe in humanity again.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of it going on right now. But you have to really search for that, for those stories. They're not, what is it? If it bleeds, it leads. They're not that. You have to actually want to find the good news.
See, and I'm glad you want to find it to share with us. Otherwise, we'd just be seeing all the bad stuff, all the people dying here and there, and all that crap. And the freaking.
I don't watch the news anymore. I will go and specifically look for news when I want to know something. I'll go do my own research. I do not watch the news.
Wow.
And it was depressing even before this. So.
Yeah. Hey, listen, while you're pulling your next story up, I'm going to throw it out there to our audience. If anybody wants to come on and talk to us and either tell us some good news or tell us something good or what they're drinking or just say hi, feel free to jump on. This is the link. All you have to do is type that in or copy and paste it into your browser. And then all of a sudden you're going to show up on the show. So if you want to come out and say hi to Carrie and I, just copy this link. All right.
Show us how to make your favorite margarita.
Yeah, definitely.
So my mom did show some good news that the wine shop on Molokai. Has anybody out there been to Molokai? One of the Hawaiian islands. It's the most Hawaiian island. I don't know how many people live there. 7,000 people total, maybe. It's pretty.
Wow.
But they do have a wine shop, a nice wine shop on the main street in their main town, Kaunakakai, and they are going to reopen.
Wow.
We've got a story here. Did you hear?
Yeah, I saw that.
The little boy who was bullied because his name was Corona. No.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Is that a real thing, or is this a punchline?
No, it's probably real. Knowing people, I think that's probably real. So, and those stories suck.
Don't leave us hanging, Annalise.
Yeah. Hopefully it has a good ending, Annalise. Don't leave us like
that. But there's lots of good stuff going around in Sacramento. There was actually a panel discussion, and of course I apologize if you all get sick of hearing about the restaurant industry, but because that's where my business is, that's what I pay attention to. But there was a conversation with Patrick Mulvaney of Mulvaney's B&L, and I think it was a cheesemaker, a farmer who does vegetable farming and does like the home boxes of vegetables, but also sold to restaurants, and then somebody who produced grass-fed beef.
Mm-hmm.
They had a conversation on this panel discussion, and as you may have heard, Governor Newsom had worked out a deal where we could get FEMA money, and that could be filtered into participating restaurants who were out feeding the elderly or disadvantaged populations. And and Patrick Mulvaney, they asked him, is it enough to keep restaurants who are participating going? And he said, absolutely. So it was kind of a bright spot. It's also interesting. And, we hear stories about how milk is being just poured out, or that they have to thin out herds of beef or dairy cattle. Mm-hmm. But their perspective was not as doom and gloom. They were talking about how there's just been an adjustment phase because a lot of these, like say a cheese producer, selling all of their cheese to restaurants in 50-pound bags, and now the restaurants are closed. Well, the reason there was an issue is because now they have to recalibrate and repackage everything and put it in smaller containers so that it can go to the grocery store, so that they're figuring that out. And so there was a lag time where things might have, perishable items might have had to be disposed of, but they're finding homes for it. So it was a nice overall positive view of people who are, trying to make the best of it and figuring out solutions.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And it looks like the story of Corona does have a happy ending. Tom Hanks reached out to him and sent him his favorite typewriter, which was a Corona. Said that it was one of his favorite possessions. A great name. So that's a good thing. The little boy got it picked on, though. That kind of sucks, but at least there's people out there to. Yeah, I know they are. Kids are brutal. Dogs are brutal. Did Bodie just make Daisy want to bark too? They're barking at birds and squirrels.
No, Daisy doesn't know what she's barking at half the time.
Yeah, I don't think they do either. They kind of. So we live. There's a hill directly behind my house that goes up, and the neighbors are way above us. But there's a wooded area, and so they're always barking at stuff back there. Birds and squirrels and other dogs and all kinds of stuff. So
they like to sit on the ground and bark at falcons that are 100 feet up in the air, sitting on branches.
No way.
That's going to solve any problem. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to solve anything. But they don't know. They're just having fun.
I guess. And
all right,
now, I have tried the Starfield wines. They're very good.
Yes, they are very good. All right, we're going to put it up there again. Whoever wants to join us, come on and join us and talk to us and drink with us. It's Cinco de Mayo. If you were at a bar, you'd come up to the table. If Carrie and I were sitting there, you'd come up and talk to us.
Talk to a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do a bartender, everybody? What would you do bartender? What do you miss drinking most? What's your favorite cocktail from? Tell us where you get it and what you miss about it.
Yeah. You know what? I I love old fashions, and I can make a pretty good old fashioned. But sometimes there's nothing better than ordering one and having them bring it to you, and it's just perfect with a big round ice cube and just a bright. I mean, a handcrafted cocktail from someone who knows what they're doing. It's hard to beat, even at home.
And where do you get an old fashioned? Do you find that a lot of places make it well, or is it hard to
no,
perfect?
You don't. Actually, there are some places that make it well, but I've been in a place and I've asked for an old fashioned, and they're like, "Oh, we don't have the stuff to make that." And I'm thinking, "Okay, this is a bar. You don't have the stuff to make old fashioned." I mean, basically, it's really good bourbon. But a couple ounces of really good bourbon, stronger the better. Some a little bit of sugar or a sugar cube. Some bitters, usually some like orange bitters, but some bitters, and then orange rind, kind of rind in the glass, and then you put it in, and that's about it. So it's kind of orange flavored, sweet bourbon, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a art to making it correctly. And actually, so Michael's saying, yeah, prohibition bars. A lot of there's some really cool bars out there, like especially in San Francisco. I think we talked about this before too, that are like speakeasies that you have to know exist to get in.
Right.
And yep, and usually those places they know how to make a really good cocktail.
Oh, yeah.
Although here in El Dorado Hills, Ahi, they make a really great old fashioned.
Is that the one that's in Town Center?
Yep, Town Center. Yeah.
Okay.
They're a lot of good handcrafted. So there's they make a good one. Independent up in Placerville. I had one down at what's it called? Shoot, I'm forgetting now. The bar. It's near. I want to say the Scarlet Lady, or what is it?
Shady Lady.
Shady Lady made a good one too. Yeah, Shady Lady makes a good one. Yep.
There's do you ever go up to Grass Valley?
I've been there a few times. Yeah.
There is a bar there that is that style of like speakeasy bar, and I can sign, but I cannot remember the name of it. They have. I had the best cider there that I've ever had.
So Bourbon and Branch in San Francisco. That's one of the more well-known speakeasies, I guess, if you can call them well-known. But they have a speakeasy within a speakeasy, right? Like a secret.
Is
library.
It something or something?
It's a library.
Maybe they have a. Okay.
Yeah, it's like you can get to it through the moving bookcase within the bar, or you can go around the other side of the bar outside, and then there's just a door. But
is it the super skinny one?
Yeah, it's super narrow. You can probably maybe get 8 people in there. Yeah. If that. But there's some cool ones. There are some cool ones out there. Tanya Hacker. Tanya. Is it Tanya or Tanya? Tanya? Because you got to be careful with that name.
Yeah, Tanya.
Tanya, okay.
Heading back to work tomorrow to start getting it ready for the reopen. Oh,
I know, that's a good thing.
So happy.
It's a good thing, Darren, because we're gonna meet there at we talked about it on one of our shows. We're gonna get together and have a cocktail with our friends there, our new friends that have been following us on the show.
I'll bring some
cellar. You bring some what?
Some wine out of the cellar.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Yeah, there's actually, I found a list. Maybe I'll share it next week if I can find it again. It was published in San Francisco Gate, and it was just a real quick little article, and it said these are the bars you have to visit that no one knows about, and they were all speakeasies. And some of them you had to actually call to get the password, and they would tell you how to get to where it is, because they didn't put addresses with any of them. And then some of them you just had to find. Yeah, no, they gave you the name, like they told you that this is the name.
Oh, that sounds super fun. Yeah.
You have to find them, because I know there's one in San Francisco. They were saying that if you can find this one, it's really cool. You actually go into it. It's an market. Like you go into the market, like a 7-Eleven, but it's It's more like, and so you go in and you go into the meat. They have a meat, like a cooler, cold refrigerator. The door, you open that and you go in there, and then the stairway takes you down to the bar.
Oh, you have to publish that list.
I know.
We should get a bus and we should do it.
We should. But the only problem with that one is, particular one, I think it's only like seat 6 people at a time. So it's very, very small. But it's supposed to be one of the coolest places you can have a drink in San Francisco. And you have to ask the person at the counter, you have to tell them that otherwise they're not going to let you in or even let you go back there. But those are the cool places. So yeah, we got to do that.
I can't wait to go back to a bar.
I know, huh?
Maybe we shouldn't keep talking about it. I'm just going to get sad.
I smell my food in there cooking. I'm actually getting hungry. Because we're having like rice. I make my own Spanish rice, and so everything tonight's homemade except for the tortillas. I can't spend a lot of time making those. Yeah.
Have you made them before?
Oh yeah. Yep.
How many ingredients? It's not very many ingredients, is it?
No, it's basically masa, the masa harina, the corn flour. I think a little bit of baking soda or baking powder, and then water, and that's about it. But it's all in the dough. Like, have you made biscuits, homemade buttermilk biscuits before?
I used to make them when I was a little kid, but I haven't made them in I don't know how many years. Oh,
they're so good. I had some buttermilk and I made some the other day, and my son, he never had seen me make them before, and I just made them square. Like, I flatten them out. I don't use a round cutter. I kind of just make a square and then I cut them like that so they're square. But they're so easy to make. But I told him you can't overwork it. It's like the same with tortillas. You can't overwork the dough. You just get it moist enough, still sticky. You cut it and then you bake it for the biscuits. And the tortilla is kind of the same way. You just get it to where it's nice and mushy, and then you have to flatten them. I used to have a tortilla press. I don't have it anymore, so that's probably why I don't make them anymore. It's too hard.
You got time?
I do. I know. I got time, but man, I remember my aunts when my dad's side of the family. I come from a big Mexican family. They'd come over and they would spend hours making tortillas by hand. Like this. Flattening out the dough and then putting them on the comal, the flat thing to make them. And they're so good. I mean, you just can't get a flavor like that. So I suppose I'm cheating tonight and not having the proper tortilla, but
that's all right.
Yeah, so
an Irish and German family, so we don't have any cool, my family doesn't have any cool culinary traditions.
Really?
No, I think corned beef on St. Patrick's Day is about all we got.
That's a must here. We always do that.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah. Well, I think my grandparents used to, I feel like every time we went to their house, they served, I don't even know if the food was ever hot. It was cold ham, potato salad, which they may have actually dug up the potatoes and any other vegetables that were in there out of the garden. Maybe bread and butter. And I feel like that was it. And then my grandmother.
They make the butter at least?
What?
Did they make the butter at least?
No. Then my other grandmother, she would have a family reunion for Thanksgiving. And I remember one year we may have gone several years, but we went to a restaurant and they served not actual turkey, but turkey roll.
Oh, wow.
A roll of turkey that was just sliced and put on a plate. Yeah.
A turkey roll.
I don't remember any, my dad would cook. But I don't remember any magical family recipes ever. My mom was famous for tuna potato chip casserole. You know what's in that?
Potato chip casserole. I've heard of that before.
Cream of mushroom soup and potato chip.
I've heard of that before, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. I think
it sounds disgusting, but it's weirdly delicious in a very comforting way. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My family, cold cuts. Yep.
Bourbon slushies. Your mom says bourbon slushies.
My grandma used to make bourbon slushes, and she would let me have them at the family reunions when I was like 16.
Oh, nice.
So it's like bourbon and lemonade that you freeze so it never gets fully
Sure.
frozen. Then you scoop it into a glass and you pour ginger ale over it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it was really
find that. I'm trying to find the picture that Marcy sent me. I can't find it on my feed. I'll have to look at it afterwards. She sent a picture.
Cream of mushroom soup was a staple in casseroles growing up. Yeah, there's so many, like, I wonder if that, I guess condensed soup would be a World War II thing, huh?
You know what's funny though, Carrie, is when all this outbreak started happening, people were hoarding everything. All that was gone. There was no cream of mushroom, cream of chicken.
There were no canned anything. No Spam, no canned chicken, no canned tuna.
Yeah, it's like people reverted back to just getting all these staples. They're going to last them. I'm not quite sure why, but
well, at my grocery store, they've never replenished. Like they're still just always out of stuff, and I'm like, what are all you people doing in your homes? What are you eating?
Yeah. All right, Marcy, I'll check it. I'll check my messenger. I'll have to check it after, because I can't go on my Facebook now because we're live on it here on my laptop, but that's okay. I'll check it. I'm curious to see. I'm sure it's the right one. The California coolers. Those were fun back in the day. But I have scars because of those things, though. I have scars on my body because I did.
From the cactus cooler?
I did stupid, the cactus coolers, the California coolers, because I did stupid shit by drinking too much of them. You know, like nobody ever does stupid shit when they drink too much, right?
Oh,
nobody. No, just a couple of us. So, yeah.
I'd love to tell a story, but I can't remember any of it. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I remember, which maybe means I wasn't as drunk as I thought I was, because I do remember a lot of my super bad fuck ups that are really just, I don't know what I'm thinking. So I must have been not as drunk as I thought I was, and then I blamed it on that. And instead of blaming it on the fact that I was an immature idiot, I blamed it on the alcohol.
That's never the reason.
It's never, not for boys. It's never just the fact that boys are immature idiots when they're young and old.
Well, I never ended up in jail, and I never stole a car, so I guess I'm doing all right.
Really? That's good. I never stole a car.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I think Marcy has a lot of faith in me that she doesn't think I would do stupid shit now. But
wait till the day we get out of quarantine.
Exactly. I'm gonna have a camera follow me around that day. We'll see what happens.
Dream big, people, dream big.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah, Michael's saying that butter and flour and all that. Is there flour on the shelves finally?
No.
I think there was.
Like, there was a bakery. Like, you can go to a bakery and get yeast because they buy it.
Yeah.
From restaurant supply or industrial packaging, but there's no yeast at a grocery store. Our grocery store finally worked out the meat and the egg situation, but there's still no paper products. There's still, and they figured out the canned vegetable situation, but the soup is still gone. You know,
the bread that idea you just had about the flour at bakeries, that's a great idea, because I've been wanting to make sourdough. So I tried it. I made the starter. I tried it. I've seen everybody on Facebook making these amazing sourdough loaves and shit. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. Started it. Nothing happened. The sourdough, it was like, it didn't do it. Because I didn't use bread flour. It said use bread flour, not all purpose. And that's all I had is all purpose. And so anyways, it was a huge failure. And I have to try again because I hate being defeated by flour.
Everybody hates that, Russ.
I know. I cannot
be defeated by a bag of flour.
I cannot have my butt kicked by a bag of flour, and so I got to try it. So I guess Marcy's looking for what drink goes with Spam. Mike said Bloody Mary. I'd have to trust Mike, because Mike and Heather, they cook a lot and they do a lot of mixology stuff. So I would trust Mike if he says a Bloody Mary goes with it.
You know, I had very specific feelings about Spam, but the last time we went to visit my parents in Hawaii, you know, they eat a lot of Spam.
Sure.
the Spam fried rice, and we decided to try to make Spam fried rice ourselves. It was so damn good.
Really?
Since then, every once in a while.
No kidding.
Little tiny, pretend Hawaiian vacation. We'll make Spam.
Well, maybe I should give it another chance because I haven't had Spam in probably 20 years, 30 years. It's been a while.
We listened to, there's a podcast called What You Should Know or Stuff You Should Know. And they did a whole one on Spam.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I thought it was like all this byproduct stuff, but it's not. It's actually,
good stuff.
Yeah.
So you were talking earlier about some chefs and stuff, and you mentioned David Chang. Have you seen his show Ugly Delicious on Netflix?
I don't like the guy.
You don't like David Chang?
No, he's too negative all the time. He's always a smart ass. He's always and it's funny every once in a while, and every once in a while he'll be like really sincere and what he'll say is heartfelt, but otherwise it's too much all the time. I like his food, but him.
Yeah, I can understand that. I guess the reason why I like him is because I've had friends like that, and I still do, who are kind of always that sarcastic. Sometimes they just have to be a dick, and they have no filter. He has no filter. But if you follow him on Instagram, and he's almost different. He's always bringing really good recipes and stuff like that. And I like the fact that he pushes the envelope.
All right, hold on. I'll look him up. I'll follow him on Instagram. If he doesn't talk, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's mostly like a lot of recipes, a lot of stuff with his family, his kid and stuff. But he likes to push the envelope of how food brings people together and how it can tear them apart, and how there are biases in food and how there's prejudices in food, and I like that aspect of his commentary on culture and on food.
I just wish he just wasn't so snarky all the time.
He is, believe
me, I like snark, but you got to take a break from him.
You do, and people, to be fair, people have different levels of acceptance for that, and I understand most people once you've had enough, you're done, and you just don't want to deal with it anymore. I happen to have a lot of, I don't know if it's understanding or just because I grew up in that kind of environment, which I don't think I did, but I must have had people in my life that were like that, because I can deal with it without. I mean, a lot of people take Gary Vee the same way. Gary Vaynerchuk, they can only handle so much, and then they have to.
My brother is super sarcastic. Anybody out there who knows Jesse can attest to that. And Carl says, fantastic for this show. Is that mimosa with Spam? Like, that's appropriate for our Maybe we get Spam, and we need somebody who makes mimosas to be our sponsor.
Yes. We need a mimosa sponsor and Spam, and hey, maybe I'll throw that out to the guys that are going to be on Friday and say, hey, what can you make with Spam?
Heck yeah. Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Quarantine food, because it'll keep hoarding and stuff.
I'm going to totally do that. I'm going to call them tomorrow, and I'm going to say on Friday, give us something good, because they make some really good food. I don't know. Have you been to Tahoe and been to Base Camp Pizza?
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of partnered with those guys when they started Wally's, and I think some of the recipes are like Base Camps, because they actually have a Base Camp Pizza there, which is one of my favorites. And they have a Base Camp lemonade, which is, I think it's basically lemonade with vodka. I don't know. It's really good though. Yeah. So I was supposed to go there on my birthday, but they didn't open till 11. And by 11, I was already done eating, and I'd already had a couple of drinks, so I couldn't drive. So I owe them. I have to go there, and so I'll go Friday, get some drinks and some food, and then we'll do some live stuff with them. But okay, I'm going to tell them Spam. They got to come up with a Spam recipe.
Work up between now and then, if you're just at home and you want to work up a cool Spam recipe.
That's right. Okay.
I'll share the Spam fried rice recipe that we came up with.
Okay. So Friday's going to be a lot about food.
And Spam.
And Spam. Michael, if you're still watching, Michael Carlton, he is like a sous vide. Do you sous vide at all?
Mm-mm.
So he's like a sous vide master chef. Takes too long. I think you probably do it while it's
super impatient.
I think you probably, it's like a crock pot. You do it and then you walk away and you do other stuff and then you come back to it and it's done. So he would be a good person to have on as a cooking advisor as well. They do all kinds of stuff. That's good. So yeah, I'm out of my cocktail.
My husband might show up for a spam show.
Okay.
He's big on the spam. We brought back, so Annalisa's husband, Carl, for a while, we were always bringing back some weird food item on vacation. And we brought him, I'm sure they were his favorite that he's ever had, spam flavored macadamia nuts.
Huh. So I'm not sure about that. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, I love macadamia nuts covered in chocolate.
Spam flavored macadamia nuts.
I don't know. God.
I don't know if Carl ever actually tasted them. They may have just went straight in the bin, but.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. Marcy said that the web says there are 15 flavors of spam.
Yeah.
What is it like? Jalapeno, habanero spam, and
I think they have a sriracha spam,
like barbecue, and oh, it's funny. I don't know. Yeah.
Open up the spam universe. I can't wait.
I'll give it a chance, especially if these guys make it. I'll try it again. We'll try it live on the show if we can get it. So, yeah, Mike says you just make it. So.
Sorry, Carl.
You just put it in there and yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. I don't know. I think some things you just have to leave alone. They're pure. They're
spam. It's pure. You just got to leave it in its original form.
When I was in the Air Force, a lot of guys ate that, and I chose not to. They would just, sometimes we were out in the field or something, and you just had to eat what you brought with you in your pack. And I'd bring tuna. I'd bring a can of tuna or a can of soup. This sounds gross, but I'd eat a can of Campbell's soup. Oh God, what was it? It's like the gumbo. They used to make Campbell's like gumbo.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I would eat that cold because it tasted good.
Yeah.
Or a can of tuna because you could eat that. It was easy to take. Not spam.
I would eat Campbell's bean with bacon soup. I would just open it and stick my spoon straight in.
I think my kids have done that
really good right now. I would totally eat that.
It's like pork and beans in a way.
It is, but it doesn't have like those chunks of fat in it. It has the like little piece of carrot. It's savory and it's salty and
yeah.
And it has a good chewy texture. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Oh, and then
when I was younger, hi Nader. Nader is a friend of mine.
Nader
used to work at Total Wine together. Hi, bud.
Cool.
He actually lives somewhere near me.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time. So he's out there fighting the good fight on the front line, serving everybody alcohol when they come to pick it up at Total Wine.
Important job. Yeah.
Yeah. But the other thing I was just thinking, I don't know how this made it. When I was saying how amazing my culinary selection was going up with my German-Irish family, liverwurst sandwiches.
I had that too. Yeah, and we're not German-Irish. Well,
and bologna
and cheese.
Cheese out of the individual. Yeah, those sandwiches.
Yeah, bologna and American cheese.
Gross.
I actually grew up liking liverwurst because I didn't know any better. And, my mom would spread it on the bread, put a little mayo on it.
Yeah. And bologna, bologna and cheese, I would throw that sandwich away at school. But I did get someone, and his parents they would fry the bologna and then put salsa on. It was like Wonder Bread with fried bologna and salsa on it. That was actually pretty delicious.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I probably would have
processed kind of way.
Yeah. But I've heard of the fried bologna too. Yeah, I've seen people do the fried bologna.
It's like
yeah. Mike likes liverwurst. I didn't know that. Huh. And he's a lot younger generation. I'd say millennial era. How do they even know about liverwurst?
It's still in the grocery stores. Oh, and deviled ham. Deviled ham, like
I didn't know. We never got into that.
Sweet mayonnaise and relish. It was just.
Ooh, that's like the mayonnaise Cool Whip debate. You know, I can't do Cool Whip.
Not Cool Whip, Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip. Yeah, not Cool Whip. Miracle Whip.
I will not eat Miracle Whip. No way.
Yeah, Miracle Whip is not. That's not in my cupboard ever.
In the South, they eat Miracle Whip on black-eyed peas.
Oh, that's awful. I like black-eyed peas, especially the way I make them. Bacon and I mean, you know, all kinds of.
There's Miracle Whip on it, apparently.
Well, because you know, in the South, that's my mom was from the South, and so I grew up kind of in a Southern household, you know, along with my you know, Mexican and Southern influence. And every New Year's we had to have black-eyed peas, but my mom would just open a can, pour it in a pot, heat it up, and then put it on our plate. And it was the nastiest crap, but I had to eat it because she said if I didn't, I'd have bad luck all year. And so sometimes I just have bad luck, I guess, that year because I would like put it in my mouth and I'd spit it out. But now, though, I made them actually this year I made them from scratch.
And, you do like a ham hock or something in there?
Yeah, exactly. Ham hock, greens. I think I put collard greens in there. You know, butter and all kinds of other good stuff, onions, and you know, so it's like a it's almost like a pea soup or a pea you know, like a thicker. But yeah, it was so good. It was so good. Yeah. So Mike,
flashbacks. Hi, Kara.
Yeah. Hey.
Flashbacks to when I was younger. What other gross stuff did we eat?
I know it's hard. Those. Well, my mom was not a good cook, so it sounds. I mean, your mom's watching right now. You can't say she's not.
Mom, but my mom was not a good cook either. So we would get the vegetables were always cooked. You know, anything that was green.
Yeah.
Would be gray and mushy. And she loved to serve cooked squash that was. I only started eating squash again like 3 years ago.
Really?
Squash to the point where, you know, there's just a point that there's this critical point where it just becomes like a stewy, rotten flavor. And then she would put brown sugar on it.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom was the same way. Everything was way overcooked and we never really had fresh vegetables. I don't even think I even knew what the vegetable aisle looked like in the store, unless it was to buy limes for their cocktails. But, and avocados, we had a lot of avocados. So fresh avocado, fresh lime. That was about it. Everything else was like canned or frozen, and it was not good. But I think that's probably what made you and I be so into food, you know, I think, and exploring it.
Because there's got to be something better than this.
And once you taste good food, you're like, oh my gosh, I got to get more of that somehow.
Yeah. Well, my dad was a good cook, but he just wasn't always the thing. So, I love you, Mom. Sorry, Mom. Maybe maybe she's not talking to me anymore.
I know, huh? I think she signed off already. She's like, I'm done with these guys. We're done. Yeah, it's still early in Hawaii.
You can come on and defend yourself if you want to. I
know, exactly. Yeah, we keep posting on here. We got a few more minutes left. I'm serious. It's like smelling so good in that kitchen right now.
The wind is picking up here.
Yeah, not so much here. We're still pretty still, but I know I see that. You're getting a windblown look.
I know.
Yeah. So I never did make another margarita because I'll probably have another in a little bit. But
I'm sipping my favorite one tonight was, well, actually, I really like the añejo, but I think I would sip the reposado. It's just really.
All right, I'll have a little bit of reposado with you before we sign off. I wasn't going to get into the casul, but I will because it's so good. It's good sipping tequila. So
okay, I've had too many.
Look at the color of that.
Did I say hi, Kara? Hi, Kara.
Yeah. That's cool.
This is a very light color. Well, I guess it looks reposado. It's fairly light, huh?
Mike said squash can be made into a pasta noodle.
Yes, I just
put that up.
Squash. I just made that into noodles, and then summer squash like zucchini.
Kara.
That could be noodles. And spaghetti.
I you know, people use what is it? Yes, the spaghetti squash for spaghetti. It's a texture. It's a texture thing.
I'm actually growing those this year, so.
Oh, that is so good.
You'll all have a spaghetti squash.
This is like it's got enough spice, like this añejo, or yeah.
It looks like añejo.
Yeah, it's an añejo. It's got like a lot of spice on it, but it's also got that smokiness and the caramel notes to it.
I like that mine has a handle.
And it's not that a lot of times when people drink really like bad tequilas, they just kind of like get that.
It's gross.
Yeah, it's just not good. I mean, but wow, this is like amazing. I don't drink it that often because
this is pretty great actually.
Yeah, it's a good one. I love it.
No issues with this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, zucchini noodles. Now zucchini noodles though, that texture I like.
You have to just barely cook it. Okay, right. I just Marcy's note. I worked with a woman who would barbecue. How do you barbecue a bologna? Like a whole.
The whole sausage maybe.
Or I don't know. Or do you just throw the slices on the barbecue? Weird.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. But
I'll eat fried bologna, but I'll be judgy on barbecue bologna.
You can too. You can be judgy on that. I agree with you. Hey, but you know, people, you know, especially like I was saying, if you guys haven't watched, we got off on a tangent with David Chang, whether you like him or not. I have to tell you though, if you like food and you like exploring the stories behind food and the why of food and the why cultures do things, like the last one I watched was what's better, who stuffs pasta better, the Asians or the Italians? And it was really cool how they did it, how they went through the whole show about, you know, what the different types of stuffed pastas in Italy, different types that you have in Asia. And there's something, I can't even think of the name of it now. I can't pronounce it, but it's basically dumplings. It's an Asian dumpling, but it's filled with soup. Do you know what that's called? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
There's soup-filled dumplings, and they're very popular. I guess you can get them in San Francisco as well. But it's the show really just makes you hungry. I mean, I love it. So if you want something to watch that's not a crime drama or a guy that's a hillbilly that raises tigers, and you want to just learn about food, go watch Ugly Delicious. It's called Ugly Delicious on Netflix.
And see, I really like I like his restaurants. We went after we did I know you when I did that 39-mile walk for
No.
A girlfriend and I did a 39-mile walk in New York City for Avon. It was a breast cancer fundraiser.
Oh wait, yes, we knew each other.
And so at the end of it, when we finally finished it, we drank a bottle of champagne and we went to Momofuku, which
I want to go to Momofuku.
Yeah. His restaurants, and it was amazing. And that's why I keep checking in when he has a new show, and then I just get irritated by after, you know, like the second.
I know.
I'm like, you know, who we ate at his restaurant was Eric Repair. Do you know him?
Who?
French Eric Repair. He has Le Bernardin. It's a seafood restaurant. I don't know if it's 2 Michelin stars or 3 Michelin stars, but it was just one of those things. We were going to go to the airport, and we decided, we'll try to go, even though you normally need a reservation.
Right.
Right when they opened.
Got in.
Celebrity chef. He's like besties with Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, wow.
So I followed him for a long time, and he opened the door and let us into the restaurant. It was like the best day ever.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah. And the food was
amazing. It's xiaolongbao. Xiaolongbao is what it's, the soup dumpling.
Xiaolongbao.
Xiaolongbao.
Never heard that.
Xiaolongbao. I think call them bao. White people call them bao, but they call it xiaolongbao. And they're apparently in Roseville there's a place that has them. So I'm gonna have to, or Elk Grove. I have to go check that out.
Really?
Yeah. Marcy says there's a place in Elk Grove that does them. Yeah, they're bigger dumplings,
Yeah.
and they're beautiful how they make them. I think they said it has to be like 18 or 21. The pleats, how many pleats are in it? It's got to be divisible by 3. So there's a certain amount of pleats that you put in it, but they're bigger and they're squishy. And you have to be careful, I guess, when you bite into it. Otherwise, you're going to get soup everywhere.
You're supposed to eat the whole thing, or
some of them are small enough, where you can just pop the whole thing in your mouth and you can eat it. Some of them are a little bit bigger, so you have to eat them, I guess, with a little bit more care. But
right. We have so much to do when we get out of jail.
I know. I'm telling you. Hey, maybe we can incorporate some of the stuff into the wine week. You guys can add some more food or find some restaurants that'll do that.
I think we're gonna have to do it virtually, but
I know. I kind of decided the same thing, but that's bad news. We don't want to talk about bad news right now. We're having too much fun. I'm almost done with my second tequila. I know.
It's like a tiny beer.
Yeah, hour. I think this is the last time we'll do an hour and a half show because we just consume way too. I'm drinking the whole time. Maybe that's why people tune in. They're not sure what we're going to say next if we're drinking the whole time we're on the show. You know what though? Think about it, Carrie. So I was talking to somebody the other day about like what I do, like just my job, and someone was I know what it was. They were talking about, they saw a meme where a person took a tea bag, cut the tea bag off, taped it to the inside of the cup so that the tea bag was hanging out, the little paper thing was hanging on the outside.
Yeah.
And then they poured wine in their cup so that while on their Zoom meetings looking like they're drinking their coffee, they're drinking wine.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, wow, I actually do Zoom meetings where I'm drinking and shows on Facebook where I'm drinking. And it's like, you can't get any better than that. I mean, I'm so blessed to be able to do this, to be able to talk to people and drink.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah.
It's a great thing. I mean, I'm not getting paid, neither are you. We're not getting paid for this. We don't do this to get paid.
No.
But it's fun.
It is fun. It's totally fun.
It's just fun to hang out with. I mean, heck, didn't know Marcy before this. This is really cool. A lot of people. I didn't know your mom. Lots of cool people on here. Yeah, so she's going to try that on our next Zoom meeting.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom must have checked out when I started talking about her picking. She hasn't chimed in.
She's like, forget that. Yeah, my mom, unfortunately, she passed away a few years ago. But yeah, even when she was alive, I would tell her her food was terrible. In fact, one time she tried to kill me. I'm convinced of it.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, she wasn't always the best housekeeper. Yeah, so I kind of got that gene. I'm not the best cleaning, but anyways, her kitchen was kind of always a mess, which is kind of gross for a lot of people that would come over. But one time she tried to kill all these ants in our kitchen. We had ants in the house, and she sprayed Raid all over the damn countertop and killed all the ants. And then she wiped it off with a paper towel, and then I guess left. Then when she came back later in the afternoon to make dinner and started rolling the meatballs for spaghetti meatballs out on the counter, it still had residue on there, like Raid residue.
It doesn't matter if you catch the coronavirus. You've got a stomach of steel.
No, I don't. I think I got pretty sick. That she didn't bother calling the poison hotline after her family was like half dead. Yeah, I just remember eating this spaghetti and meatballs, thinking this tastes like the way Raid smells. It's like, this shit isn't good. And she's like, no, just knock it off. It's fine. I'm like, no, it's really not fine. It tastes like Raid. So I didn't eat any. But yeah, so that's my mom's cooking.
Okay, but on that note, think of all this stuff that we did when we were growing up compared to like how many restrictions get put on kids now.
Oh, yeah.
All the stuff that we lived through that no kid will ever get to experience these days.
Mm-mm. No, I know. No seatbelts in cars.
Nope.
No helmets, riding bikes.
We would ride in the back of my dad's truck. Just like, a dog.
Oh, yeah.
No.
There's still places you can do that.
What's that?
There's still places you can ride in the back of a pickup truck and not get in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, so she said Journey to the Dumpling on Laguna and Elk Grove. I'm going there. I'm so going there.
I just saw them on social media. Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, no car seats for sure.
Yeah, no car seats for kids.
we didn't have warning labels on everything.
Mm-mm.
And didn't you just like cruise outside barefoot and you just come home at dark? Your parents you were just they wanted you out of the house. Go play on the freeway. Get out of here.
Yeah, just go somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I know. It's drinking out of the hose. I drank out of the hose. My kid looked at me like I was crazy.
Running through the sprinklers. Sprinkler.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I know. It's amazing. It's amazing that kids they're never going to experience those things that we did. Probably, thank God, because as parents, and you're like, oh, don't do that.
They lived through secondhand smoke.
Yeah, my mom smoked well, that's probably people are like, that's your problem. But my mom smoked while she was pregnant with me and drank.
Oh yeah, how many parents drank when we were younger? I'm sure a ton.
Oh yeah, no, I'm that could be why I have allergies. I don't know.
My dad was giving me wine and beer in restaurants, and there's a picture of my brother, and he was still a baby, so he was still kind of bald and in a diaper, and he's got his little hands wrapped around a cigarette.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I think all of us have those pictures. I know there's a picture of me with a cigarette, holding a cigarette, because the kids are, the parents are just like all laughing. Oh yeah, yeah. Can you imagine that now?
And one of the candies that you could get were candy
cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yep.
Yeah. Drinking out of the hose is a good source of iron. Yeah, I think it is. Definitely think it is. Yeah. That's too funny. Well, we all made it.
And what? Lawn darts? Was that a thing when we were little, or is that still a thing?
I think it still is, but they're probably plastic and they're not heavy. You can't kill anybody with them anymore. Yeah. Yeah. I took all the fun out of it.
Bicycle with no helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Or knee pads.
Well, and I'm sure when our parents bought a cup of coffee, it didn't have a warning on it saying, hot, warning hot. It's like
no, that's come around in the last 10 or 15 years, I think, because of someone who I think someone who went to McDonald's and spilled it in her lap. I think that's
Yeah, you have to have a warning label that it's hot because you're too fucking stupid to realize that you bought a cup of hot coffee.
Well, every time that there's a warning label on something, it's because somebody did that.
Yeah, I know.
Wine bottles with a screw cap.
They have warning labels?
Some of them.
Why?
To not use a corkscrew with it.
Okay. Wow.
Somebody tried to stick a corkscrew through a metal cap.
That's pretty scary. Oh yeah, that's true. They were weighted tips. Yeah, lawn darts could be weapons if you threw them at your brother. But, not that my brother. Yeah, candy cigarettes. Those were awesome. Wow. Well, this has been fun. We went way long, and we still have people watching us. I can't believe that. Thank you guys for staying with us.
Yeah, I made it through. Okay, I only did one whole shot and a margarita, but that's pretty good for me.
It is pretty good. Yeah, that's why I'm saying we're probably gonna have to wrap the show up because I'm done with this beer, and if I open something else or start drinking something else, then it's just gonna get ugly. I've already had 2 shots of tequila, a margarita, and a beer in only an hour and a half.
Oh wow!
Now, of course, I'm a professional, so
that's true.
Don't try this at home.
I am too, but I'm not a professional tequila drinker, so
yeah,
I have no plans to be one.
Yeah, I probably won't either. I enjoy it. I love tequila tastings. I did a tequila tasting when I was in Reno a couple of years ago. They were all super añejos, and so it was, each little 2-ounce shot of tequila was like $30, but it was so good. I would do that occasionally, but yeah.
Well, yeah, occasionally, but
yeah. Well, I think that might have been comped. I can't remember. I don't think I paid for it. Maybe I did. I don't know. But it was sure good. Yeah.
And Elise, like you said, we're just waiting for the drunk talk.
I know. Bring it on the drunk talk. Yeah. Well, that'll be another show.
I'm sure we'll get there. There's been a couple where I'm teetering.
Yes, there have been. Absolutely. Yeah, this has been good. We told some good stories. I found out Annalise was in both Georgia Air Force Base and Germany about the same time as me. Crazy. We'll have to catch up offline so I can talk more. Those are good days. Those are fun. Yeah.
We can all get together someday.
Yeah.
We
can all get together and have some real virtual cocktails and actually give each other hugs and shake hands. I mean, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, today I was at the grocery store just before the show, and a kid came in with his resume to hand to the store manager, and he went to shake the store manager's hand. He's like, "We don't do that."
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, we don't do that.
I was like, "Oh, buddy."
I know it's really awkward, especially for someone like me who grew up in a family where you just everyone hugs and everyone, you're always touching, and it's been a difficult couple of months, but then you learn, and now you're like, oh wow, I don't know if I can hug anymore because maybe I'll freaked out. So
it's just gonna be all paranoid. Yeah,
I know exactly.
All
right, dear. Okay. Yeah, we'll get through it. We'll be back. We'll be back on Friday. With some food talk
and spam.
So if you want to join us Friday, and actually come on and or she's got to get up here so she can have a drink. She's in Southern California. But if you want to talk to us on Friday, get on here and we'll talk about some recipes. And I think if we can get him to do us a spam recipe, we'll have a spam recipe to talk about and to try. Oh. So I'll try and get it to where I can send it to you too, Carrie. That way maybe you can make it there.
Okay, yeah. You should buy, everybody should buy a can of spam, and we'll do a little taste test while we're on the air.
Oh, that'd be great. Liquor will be involved for sure.
For sure. You can try it with different kinds of wine and tell us what works best. That's right. Or your mimosa.
That's right.
All right.
Or your mimosa. That's right. Well, that's about it. I think we should probably sign off and go eat some food. And you got friends coming over, and I got dinner I got to go finish, I think. Or maybe it's already done. We'll see.
Maybe it's already done. Right. Yeah.
Well, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Thank you guys. And we'll see you on Friday.
Until Friday. Yes. Good night.
All right, Carrie. Be safe. See you guys. Cheers. All right. Good night.